In 5, 4, 3. Hey, everybody. Welcome to the waiting room. It's me, Matt.
Hi, everybody's cat. Here
And,
we are. Hi,
and you're
Freeman.
here. You're here. We're here. We're in the waiting room. We're in the waiting room. And I did a poll. I did a poll for the people who are waiting with us in the waiting room. Do they own a copy of this magazine? 57% do not, 42% do. So, hey, great.
Well, okay.
Hey, amazing.
Well, that's
Wonderful.
good.
So those who do have
That's
it, whip
good.
it on out, folks. Hey, Chandra.
Yes.
Oh, it stopped. Kaiwan said something in the chat too. Hey, Kaiwan. Hey, Chandra. Hey, everyone. But you hear you're in the waiting room. You know, there's books, there's literature. We got Love in Maine by Connie Falconeri. It's also here in the waiting room. Got the General Hospital 60th Anniversary magazine. I'm sure Maurice Bernard's book is around here
Where
somewhere
did you
too.
get that?
This came from the GH convention. This was part of the prize back that I got for getting the trivia question right at the set tour.
Oh my goodness, I forgot about that.
Yeah. Yeah. It came this and
Yeah.
the nurse's ball poster came in the little bag as well. What else did I get?
Yes.
Well, those were like the two coolest things. I don't
Yeah.
remember what the other. It was probably like a sticker or something. I can't recall. Chandra said it was hard to
Yeah.
get her copy of the magazine. So hey, big. You know, I don't know, big deal, big time, big GH, big time. Shopped out wherever Chandra's from. Illinois.
I found it in a weird place. I found it in the grocery store that doesn't have that many locations really.
Yeah.
Winco. I
Yeah.
know there's several, but it's not like super widespread across the country. And that's where I found it.
Yeah.
And then I saw it one time. I saw it at Walmart post buying it. But I already had one. I already had two.
I was walking
Because I sent
through.
one to Matt.
Yeah, thank you so much. I didn't have to buy mine. My mama took care of me, and it was protected from the
I
rain and
sent it down there.
everything.
I sent it down there to him.
Hey, Sandy. Hey, Melissa. Ooh,
Hi, you guys.
what's going on, y'all? Apparently, Zacharias is on his way. Ooh, nice. Northwest Indiana. Well, that
Oh,
was close. I knew it
good.
was an I state, Chandra. She said she got it at Walgreens, but it kept selling out. So, see, there you go. A GH big deal in Northwest Indiana.
Well, I don't think it's. I don't really know, but I don't think in California it's that big of a deal. I don't know. I really don't know.
Well, I think there's just a lot of
It
people.
doesn't feel like it
The
though.
people.
Doesn't
The
feel
people.
like
I don't know. We went to the convention. There was hella people there.
there was.
I
There was a
should
lot of folks that came from far away though.
I should reach out to Hyperion Publishing and find out if they have an audio version of Love in Maine, and if they don't, I'll do it. You know, the burly Kirk turned slowly around. You'll do what to the Ketchups? He looked furious. I'll marry them? Maddie knew she would have sounded more convincing, but it looked like she would just insulted him. If you ever try that at this place, I'll fire you so fast you won't be able to work in this town again. This is a well-written book, y'all. Hey, Jacarius. Melissa stopped a Star Wars mid-marathon for us. Well, that's good. Melissa, you've probably seen Star Wars at least 12 times. It's okay. You're not missing out.
I've seen it maybe twice. I'm not a Star Wars person.
I don't know. I've
I've
seen
seen
maybe 3 or 4.
I've seen bits and pieces of so many movies I can't even tell you. I have seen bits and pieces of probably 500 movies, I swear.
Yeah, I've seen a little bit
Bits
of
and
that.
pieces like the first 20 minutes.
And then asleep. And then up for another 20 minutes. I get it. Well, thank you, Melissa, for stopping your thank you for stopping your marathon for us. You know,
Absolutely.
all kinds of pictures on the front cover and the back cover. Okay, front
Yep.
cover here. Everybody's familiar with this front cover. This was shared
Got
like
mine here
crazy all
too.
over social media, but for good reason. They picked really some great faces to feature for this thing. Kylo Ren deserves my end.
Interesting that
That
that was the
goober.
only it's interesting that the only person that's not a couple is Elizabeth.
Well, Anna's not a couple.
Oh yeah, oh yeah, she is
They
up there
just kind of
next
stuck her
to
up
young
there, though.
people,
It's a very awkward placing of Anna.
It's yeah, yeah.
But it's right next to the People logo, so you know that's good.
It's not like I didn't know, but I didn't
Hey,
know. Okay.
Juanita.
Anyway, yeah.
But yeah, it's 60th anniversary special. Yeah, fan favorites they really they ripped this from Twitter. They decide whoever's prominent on Twitter is who they decided to put on this front cover. This magazine was meant for you social media nerds. So Luke and Laura, of course, you can't not use Luke and Laura when it comes to an anniversary special or any sort of retrospective of General Hospital. 100% has to be there. Biggest daytime numbers in history, all that kind of nonsense. We have missed it. The new generation, the younger people who just either weren't alive or couldn't remember the time, do not understand why this is the biggest thing on the front of the cover.
It was crazy.
We missed all of the mania, so we don't know what it was really
mania.
like.
Yeah. But you missed it, Matt. I did not.
Well, I was talking about me, like the people of my generation of like the children of the OG soaps fans. We didn't experience the
OG. Thank you, guys. OG.
The original
That's
gangsters.
So funny. West Side.
But we missed the mania, so we don't know what it's like. All we have is retrospective. All we have is 2020 vision after the fact, when it's in 2023 and no longer appropriate for this couple to even have existed. So, so it's tough. It's tough to a degree because they're the biggest thing on there. But like, I also can understand how people will be like, ugh. But they totally make up for it on the other side.
They sure do.
When it comes here, and our cover girl herself, Tabiana Ali, when this came out, she was on the cover of Digest. She was on the cover of this. And then the following week of Soap Opera Digest, she was on the cover of as well.
Wow. I didn't even know that.
Yeah. Prolific. Oh. Prolific.
Oh, good for her.
Jakaria says that he remembers hearing about Luke and Laura. It's late. I'm sorry. It's late for me. As a person of the younger generation, I would hear them at a young age. I've always known who Luke and Laura is. Totally right, Jacarius. I've always heard Luke and Laura. I remember Luke and Laura from the late 90s. I remember this one storyline of like, I don't know, somebody getting shot, right? And then like Lucky threw the gun into a field or some nonsense, right? And then Luke was like, what are you doing? My fingerprints are all over that thing, right? I don't remember what the storyline was, and I don't remember why that sticks out in my brain.
Sweetheart. There's certain things that I remember about all of that I loved. Them getting married I loved it. Their little courtship and their adventure stuff. Not really so much the stuff in town. Their adventure stuff I loved, like when they were on Wyndham's dancing over when they had turned off the lights and they had stowed away in the store and the store was closed and they were still in there, and Laura went and put on a pink dress and they turned on some music and they did a waltz down the aisle of Wyndham's. I loved it. It was so romantic and so cool. And the wedding was cool too. We were all, they were watched almost as much or as much as Charles and Diana. It was happening about the same time too. Wow. And I was marrying your dad at the same time too.
Nothing but nuptials.
Yeah. So we really, of course I really remember it. And being a teenager that watched soap operas, I loved it.
You were into it. You were totally into it. Totally into it. Oh, goodness.
They were better back then. They were better at drawing in a young audience than they are today.
Yeah, so these two have done a pretty good job of capturing the imagination of at least people who like to talk on Twitter. So that's good. When it comes down to it, Twitter is my main avenue.
I do think they've actually brought in a younger audience. I do think they've done that. But maybe not teenagers, but 20s,
young adults.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
And that's gaining demographic right there.
Well, that's good. That's good. And then that's an important demographic for streaming. And we all know that the streaming is the future of soaps. We know that. They're not long for network broadcast TV. Not long at all. However, GH continuing.
We're not done yet. We're not even getting close to being finished. I'm Sunny Corinthus, and I'm gonna keep doing this until I'm dead.
Nicholas Chavez is often captivating, says Melissa, and so are his biceps. Anyway.
Yeah. So let's find a picture picture of that fool in here in the magazine.
You want to find a picture of Nicholas Chavez in here? We can find him. Oh, look at this. The very first picture is Sonny and Nina.
Yep.
Oh, isn't
I
that
have to
cute?
put on glasses, you guys, because I can't see it good without them.
Well, now we can both reflect our computer monitors together.
Like
oh, we have Chandra's map is also in here. That's fun.
Yep. That's cool. Very first page, right? Very first page.
Nicholas Chavez is the same age as Jacarius. Hey, Jacarius. You know, maybe if you meet him, you have a chance, you know? Recruit him to the team.
Where is our picture of Nicholas?
Oh, I don't know. You have to tell me. There's all kinds of pictures of people. You actually flipped through this thing more than I have. This is the process of discovery for me.
They're terrible, you guys.
Mike.
You know,
Mike. Oh.
I know. We're a 10th floor-tastic, I tell you. We didn't even look at it.
Whatever. He's in here. We'll find him.
Not really.
We'll find him. I do like how he fills out this dress shirts, right, Melissa? And things have changed. Things have changed for one Mr. Chavez. We talked about it on the main podcast last week. Chandra says that young adults are a great demographic to pull in. Hey, David. Did I say hey yet? Hey, David. How's it going? And you too, DC. Didn't Jeannie receive anything from Princess?
Well, look at their mat. Look there. That's page 75, babe.
Page 75. All right. It's a beautiful, gorgeous picture of two beautiful, gorgeous people. My goodness.
It sure is.
Oh my God.
And there's a little side story here of Leslie Monica.
Charlson. Oh,
yes. And
Monica.
there's a little thing of her there on the same open page. But most of it is the hottest couple in daytime right there. I mean, we can say that, right?
Yes, absolutely. Sure.
True?
Sure. I mean, you'll get plenty of people to say, no, it's Vanna.
Daytime, no matter what the network is. I could say that.
Yes. We'll say yes. And maybe they'll both be at the convention. DC wants to know if anybody else sees Mr. Sheffield and Victor. And the short answer is yes, of course. I really do need like I need Fran Drescher to show up and be like, Mr. Cassadine. Oh, Mr. Cassadine. Not the nanny. Not the nanny. Not again. I always have a soft spot for the nannies. We'll work it into it. We'll work in there. Oh my God. I don't know. I was hoping Victor was in there.
Wouldn't it be Matt?
Yeah.
Sweetheart, if he happens to come to the convention, please, if you're going to imitate anybody in front of them, it needs to be him. Really? Really?
I think I said hello, right Wes.
You did sort of, huh? You did sort of.
Oh, goodness gracious. Spring is the new modern super couple.
You know what? If he's there at the convention hanging out with Laura, we should ask him to be on the podcast. Even if he's not, but we just see him. Sure. We should do it.
Fran Drescher should be Jennifer Smith. There we go. The revolving door of Jennifer Smith continues. And we get Fran Drescher in all orange behind bars doing a scene with Charles Shaughnessy. I'm with it. I'm totally with it.
Well, that's extra funny. I don't see why not.
Spring is the new modern super couple that GH desperately needed, says DC Soap Sanctuary, because Days already has their modern super couples in the bag. GH was lacking.
Okay. Yeah. Well, they've done a good job of catching up, I think.
Chandra's all for the idea of me just doing the voice in front of him. So we'll see. We'll see here.
I don't see why not.
Anyway, memorable moments. Luke and Laura, we don't have to talk about them. We talk about them all the time. Jackson, Brenda. Oh my gosh. Look at this.
Look at that trio, right?
The late 20s, early 30s crowd. Or even younger. I don't even know. 96? Oh no. Oh, this is when Sonny's girlfriend got exploded.
Oh, that was Lily.
Yeah, she's dead.
She was pregnant. Oh. What page is that, Matt?
Oh, this is page 10.
Oh, it's early. Okay.
Yeah. Sonny's pregnant wife, Lily, died in a car bomb meant for Sonny. How many kids does Sonny ultimately have?
I actually remember watching that episode.
Did you cry? Did you go?
No, not really.
Roll off a short pier.
And
she's not
as I recall, Sonny wasn't he was broken up that she died, of course, but he was not in love with her.
But the baby's dead, and that was really sad.
And she was dead, and he didn't intend for her to be dead. And she was the daughter of the mob boss that he was fighting with, and all that crapola.
Yeah, and on the next page, look how much Sean Kanan and Steve Burton looked alike when they were young.
Yes, they did.
They looked so much alike when they were younger. Oh my God.
I totally agree. Yeah.
Wow. I didn't realize.
Yeah, they did. They were very believable brothers, you know. They especially, and they don't look all that different, you know. There's similarities in them even now, not as much. Yeah. So this is one of the pages I love, Matt. This is page 14 and 15. It is Felicia knocking the tar out of Peter.
Oh my God, that's huge. That is enormous. Holy smokes. That's because people loved it. It was the death of the century.
And there's Anna down there not calling the ambulance and saying,
"You didn't call the ambulance, did you?
Bye, son."
I didn't know. I'm gonna die. Yes, you are. Ugh. Wow. I mean, listen. All right. Okay, Juilliard. All right, that's what they called him. All right, to make fun of him because he went to Juilliard. And this is how he came out as an actor. You know, people didn't like it. We covered it in great detail in the podcast. Go to previous episodes. I think I even used this one as one of the screen grabs. In any case, that death scene though, I mean, when it comes down to it, if you need soft and sad, I think that he freaking brought it, man. When he wasn't trying to be a menacing bad guy, and he was just there dying in front of his fake mom. Oh my gosh, and that brings me back to Anna and Alex telling Anna, I gave you the memories to protect him, and then you didn't, and that's why I'm a bad girl now. And it pulls at my heart. I know other people are like, this is BS baloney. I hate this. Fast forward.
And the other half of that story isn't even told yet, because Anna doesn't know that the memories that Alex has now, that supposedly has now died with her.
Well, the memories that Alex would have, of course, is giving birth to Griffin. That's how you do that. Very easily. Very easily. DC Soap Sanctuary, I need you to write that in a letter and send it to GH.
And especially since, he's a fine actor. He's a fine actor. But it's such a bonus that he looks like Ian Buchanan, doesn't he? He does.
Well, Olivia Jerome could continue to burst that bubble. Continue to pull on that string. Hey, Anna, you got another kid out there. Sonny stays having kids with different women.
He looks like Duke. He actually looks like Duke.
So Jakari has listed all of Sonny's kids. We got Dante, Christina, Morgan, Avery, and Donna. Plus 2 that didn't survive. So that's 7 children.
Lily's baby and Sam's full-term stillborn.
7.
Right?
7 children.
That's a lot of kiddos. He needs a vasectomy. Is what he needs.
He's going to be like Tony Randall, man. Peter Shatner, August. That's a good one, Melissa. Peter Shatner. Apparently, Sean and Steve are distant cousins, says Chandra. So there we go. Maybe that's why they resemble each other so much. What else we got going on in this magazine? Let me flip to another random page. Oh, look at this. Yesteryear. All right. Oh, we got an original cast photo or something, or at least an early on cast photo.
Oh, yeah.
Of the doctors. We got Hardy. Right?
Yeah.
Is that Dr. Hardy?
Yeah, that's Dr. Hardy, yeah.
Yeah, I don't know any of these people at all. I know Dr. Hardy, but I don't recognize a single other face.
I don't know. That guy that's right.
Wow.
The fellow that's right there in front, I believe, is Scotty's dad.
Hey, JLJ.
Right? I believe that's him. Scotty's dad.
Oh, I don't know. I don't recognize a single strand of hair on any of these people's heads. Is that like John Waters in the back?
I don't think so, sweetheart.
Where's Divine?
I don't see where is Audrey?
She's on the other side here.
Audrey in that picture.
She's just on the other side.
I see her sister, but I don't see her. And I see Jesse in the back there.
Nope, I don't know any of these people. I gotta skip the 70s. I wasn't even. I was barely a glimmer in God's eye in the 70s. There's no way.
Oh, you were busy at the time. Yeah, and then there's Jesse and Steve Hardy on the next page. Oh yeah, I should have read more of this.
Nurse Jessie is in the back row, says Chandra.
Yeah.
Well, I appreciate you stopping through, JLJ James Lott Jr. Check out all of his media platforms here on YouTube and also all of your
JLJ, you got this magazine?
What was that? Oh yeah, get the 60th anniversary. Flip through this thing with us. Let's see here. Oh, here we go. We got some faces I recognize now. All right.
Who's that? What happened? Oh, you dropped. Oh my goodness.
I am the clumsiest of all time. I just clums all over. Anyway, faces I recognize.
Okay.
Now. Okay, we got the Spencers.
Oh yeah. Okay. So Matt, I want you to go to, when you have a chance, I want you to go to page 44 and 45.
I'm going to go there right now.
Because this is so old school and relevant at the same time.
Is this Ryan and Felicia?
Yeah. Oh my goodness.
Wow. All right. So he is at a wedding. Her wedding?
I believe so, yes.
Ryan attacked Felicia, preventing her from marrying Mac in 1994. She and Mac ultimately did tie the knot in 1998. Their love is one to last forever. My God, he showed up and he was like, "Ooh, I'm going to kidnap you." And then he got blown up in the funhouse shortly after, right? No wonder Mac was the man to shoot this man. I told you.
Of course.
I told you, for people who had been following the storyline since the beginning, it was very apropos and appropriate and right for Mac to be the one that ultimately pulled the trigger and not Ava.
Mm-hmm.
Because Ava was just the latest.
This is a full circle thing.
Yeah. Ooh. And then Ryan's dead, Ma. We'll get into it.
We didn't really, we weren't really going to talk about, I have to say something, okay?
Yeah.
I have to. Because John Lindstrom's portrayal of Kevin this past few days has been at something that I've never seen from him as Kevin.
Which is amazing.
It was amazing.
I love it. I absolutely love it. The amount of hurt that exists.
Yes.
The conversation that he had with Mac about just the guilt and like being relieved and feeling guilty about being relieved and also being sad because that was my little brother. And then Felicia being there to be like the emotional explainer of it all, being like, well, he sees him as the little boy, that he got separated from. Oh my God, it's so good. It's so good. Yeah. Ugh. Ryan is alive. He needs to come back. He's not coming back. They cremated him. They did the whole I saw his body.
And Felicia even said that she snuck down to the morgue of the hospital by herself to make sure that there was a body.
To try to forgive
and actually
him.
Looked at him by herself.
And I couldn't.
I tell you what, though, that Felicia is a badass.
Kevin had Kelly crying.
Yeah.
Hey, Sandy.
Anyway,
how's it going?
This is something else right there. Look at him. He's got her by the throat.
That is intense. That is intense.
All right. Who's in the background there? Who can we recognize? Let me see. I think that's Lucy in the front row.
Oh, definitely Lucy. Oh gosh, everybody's out of focus. There's no way.
Gail is standing up. Everybody else is so out of focus you can't tell. But Gail is standing up. That's who that is. Scotty's mama. And then I believe that right there is Lucy, I think.
Oh, I think that's definitely Lucy right there in the front. DC says that I honestly forgot that John Lindstrom plays both Kevin and Ryan. They legit feel like they're being played by different people. It's giving me Adam and Stuart on All My Children and Vicky and Marley on another world. We got to find out that evil Esme is good Esme's twin.
Absolutely, you guys. And don't forget Vicky and Nikki from One Life to Live. She was awesome.
I'm for camp. Esme's evil twin is out there, and so we can get her to do that too. I'm for it. You know, now, One Life to Live, right? And that Vicky Nikki is what you were talking about, because she had the multiple personality thing, right?
Yeah.
Well, we all know that Frank Valentini loves himself some One Life to Live, so it's entirely possible that Esme will become the new Vicky Nikki, where she goes back and forth between being evil Esme and good Esme.
I'm all for that stupidness.
Kelly and Chandra said that they both see Gail Baldwin in the congregation for the wedding.
Yes.
But I want to go 2 pages back.
That's what I said. Scotty's mama right there.
Yeah. Let's go 1 page backwards, Ma. 1 page backwards to page 42, because we got a picture of Luke, Lucky, Laura, and Lulu.
Baby Lulu right there, right?
But mostly what I want to point out is Jonathan Jackson's hair. I want hair like this so badly. My goodness. Oh my God. To be young and in the late 90s, early 90s, mid 90s.
Actually, for me, what Jeannie Francis is showing us on screen right now, I would love to have me some Jeannie Francis hair. Oh my gosh.
You should buy a wig.
It's so, well, I thought about it. Not maybe a full wig, but like a halo or something like that. I've thought about it. But I thought, dang, I'll be so, I don't know. Will I be bougie if I do that? I don't know. I don't want to be bougie.
Who cares?
I don't know.
Look fabulous. If you want to look fabulous, Ma, do it. There are grown men that put wigs and makeup on just to entertain people on every week on MTV on RuPaul's Drag Race. If you want to put a little wig on to make yourself feel a little more fab, go for it. It's not bougie. Now, if you got one made of solid gold, that's a different topic entirely.
Maybe I'd give it a try. Why not?
Melissa says that she's for Dex being Esme's brother. I'm not. I don't like that. Melissa loves wigs, so do it. Boom. Boom. Chandra sees Gail Baldwin. Oh, we talked about that.
Yep.
Fun, fuzzy Amy next to Gail. Whatever. Ooh, look at this. We got the cast of Beverly Hills 90210.
Oh, they really, huh? That's what that is, really.
I mean, yeah. I mean, before Sunny came on, right, and turned it into the Mafia show.
Right before Sunny came on. Actually.
When it was all about Antonio Sabato Jr.
Yeah, there's Karen and AJ up on top. Yeah, and Jason.
Robin.
And he's got Brenda sitting on his lap.
And you know what's super funny? Yeah. I guess this is before Jason hit his head too. What's super funny is the position.
It's about the same. No, it's about
Well, if Sonny gets introduced very shortly after Beverly Hills now.
About the same time he hits his head. Wouldn't you say, you guys?
I don't
about
know,
the
probably.
Same time he hits his head?
Kelly says, be what you want, Kat. Be you.
I'm trying.
I want to, but though I think it's super funny. It's funny to look at with Sean Kanan and Antonio Sabato Jr. It looks like Sean Kanan's hand is around his neck, like in a loving way. I don't know if it translates onto the camera very well, but if you have your own copy, turn to page 47 and you will see what I'm talking about. It's really Brenda's hand, but it sort of looks like AJ's. And yeah, Chandra confirms that this was before the accident. I would know this might be just a year, 6 months before a year or two off.
Yeah, must have been close. Must have been close.
But yeah, I mean, this is total 90210 vibes to me.
It sure is. It sure is.
Oh man.
Oh man, look at this page.
The next page, you mean?
No, this page. I was flipping a little bit. So here are some tragedy moments here. So this must be at the Metroport one,
Oh yeah, that's Alan dying.
Yeah. And there is when Emily dies. And this is the train accident I recall.
Oh, shoot. There was a train accident.
There was a train accident, and Alexis has Molly during this event.
Oh, of course. Oh, yeah, look at that.
Yeah, I remember that.
Yeah, look at that.
Yeah. It's a train accident. I recall that. I remember this. This is during the black and white ball. And I forgot who shot Emily. I don't remember. And that
somebody shot Emily? It looks like she was. It looks like she was hung.
She was dead. Okay, I don't know.
Did somebody hang Emily? My God, what a brutal way to go.
I don't think so. And there, of course, is Adam. Alan and Emily.
David wants to know: do you remember Brenda's older sister Julia?
Nope, I don't. No, there are, I do remember some Brenda stuff, but I believe that there was a good portion of that time when Brenda was in the whole Jax and Sunny triangle and all that stuff. I don't think I was watching at the time.
Yeah.
There are periods of, in 3 and 4, 2 and 3 years through the decades where I could not watch.
Yeah.
And
that makes sense.
And I didn't do the VCR thing because I was raising 4 babies at the time.
I hear you. You couldn't figure out how to program that dang thing, and you had to be on the right channel. Ugh, awful.
Yeah. And I was working and trying to do my thing, and I had 4 kids. Yeah, I was busy.
It's too much. Emily was strangled by Diego Alcazar.
Oh. He
killed
Georgie, didn't he?
I don't know. Did she die at the same time as the text message killers, y'alls?
Yes.
Jagger is Stone's brother.
Oh, yeah.
Is Jagger Antonio Sabato Jr.?
Yes.
Got it. Yes. They're still talking about the cast of Beverly Hills 90210. The train accident where Sonny passed out and Reese couldn't wake him, but he woke as soon as Carly called his name. I remember Julia. I don't know what you're talking about, Melissa. There was a Reese? Oh, Reese. Was it the Carly Reese? The Carly storyline Reese? Whatever. Oh, Anthony Zaccara. What? Who?
Anthony Zaccara. Yeah. It's Anthony Zaccara. And you guys, I don't remember his name. He's a bald guy. He was full of tattoos. Who was that guy? He was very, very involved with this. I don't remember. What was it? I totally can see his face in my mind. But what was his name that he was totally involved with this whole train thing?
I don't know what his name. Ramirez? I don't remember. But he was like good guy, bad guy, right? He came back as 2 different characters.
And then he became a priest, but he wasn't the same dude. He turned out to be his twin or something.
Okay, Emily was strangled by Diego, not Anthony Zaccara. I don't know who killed Emily. One of these 2 people did. It sounds like the chat is overwhelmingly in favor of, here we go.
Anthony Zaccara was post Emily dying, I believe.
I see. Boom. Whole question is up. Now we're going to get the official chat answer as to who killed Emily. The Mirror Brothers, says Kaiwan. Manny. Manny was the character's name. Manny.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I do. Yeah, I do remember now. I don't know, you guys. I just can't remember all of it. And I'm not one to take notes and do all that. I'm just not going to do that.
We got 4 votes in right now. Oh, it was 50-50. Diego was the text message killer. Emily was killed by Diego. Ooh, this war is on, mother. This war is on. If only there was some sort of technology with websites galore that would be able to answer this question for us that I'm not going to go browse right now. Anthony Zaccara is in the lead, 67% with 6-vote cast.
Anthony Zaccara is dead.
Anthony Zaccara is dead?
Yeah, Anthony Zaccara is dead.
He's on Days of Our Lives. What are you talking about? Or was that Johnny?
No, Anthony Zaccara that's Johnny.
Oh, Anthony Zaccara was an old guy, right? Johnny's
not dead. Johnny's not dead, but Anthony Zaccara is dead.
Got it, because he's an old man.
And so is Claudia.
Claudia got bashed in the head by Michael.
And they put her butt in the Pine Barrens.
She's super dead. They still don't know where her body is. Oh, here we go. Unfaithfully yours, Jagger and Karen worked hard to improve their lives, but ultimately their marriage was doomed by his infidelity. Ooh, Jagger couldn't keep it in his pants. Ooh, Jagger. Jagger. Paving the way for Sonny Corinthos all the way through Port Charles.
Yeah, something when he first showed up, Sonny was just a thug running a strip parlor. And he just went from there.
All right, time to end the poll. Zakara wins at 57%. I mean, it was only 7 votes of, the several upon several people that are watching right now. But hey, you don't have to participate. It's okay. You can just listen. Yeah, my goodness gracious. What other blues?
Look at this, Matt. This is funny to me. Look at this. If you go to what page is that? Goodness gracious. Go to page 87. It's further back in the book.
My goodness. Okay. Oh, the kitchen. Oh, the moss.
The moss gets some, moss gets some time right there.
Moss's boss. Valentini had no idea. Frank Valentini, showrunner. Valentini had no idea that when production designer Elliot placed an innocuous bowl of moss on the new set of the Corinthos kitchen in 2019, it would soon trend on Twitter. I think what caught viewers' attention is that it's unusual, says Valentini. The idea that the same moss that grows on a rock is in the middle of someone's kitchen is funny, adds Laura Wright, who plays Carly. We took the moss out for summer and got compliments. Where's the moss? Now that's the thing. We brought the moss back and we posted it on Instagram. That was an excerpt from People Magazine Collector's Edition, General Hospital, released in...
Well, there you go. And I've seen the moss show up at other people's houses now, too.
Hopefully that's a proper caption. And we won't have this video.
I saw the moss over at Sam's house.
Oh yeah, it was over at the yes, a little like the moss's cousin. Wikipedia says Zakara killed Emily, so I guess it must be true. Boom.
Must be true.
Boom. Boom. A boom, boom, boom. Melissa loves the Corinthos moss, and so do I. I do. I do. My gosh, so many memories to be had here.
If you buy a coffee cup from us, I'll send you a little ball of moss.
It's true. It's true. Ooh, look at her. She's just nothing but Laura right there in the middle.
Yeah.
Oh, they don't have staples anymore. Back when magazines used to have staples.
I was hoping I'd find a picture in here, and maybe I'd be surprised if it's not there, of our soon returning Jane Elliott.
Right?
Tracy Quartermain.
She's probably in the Quartermain section.
To kill her dad withholding his medication.
What sort of role is she going to be playing in the anniversary, in the craziness, and the intensity of what's going on? What role is she going to play when it comes to the ELQ thing?
Well, I don't know, but it's got to be something pretty big because they put her back on contract.
I know. At least that's what we heard.
That's what we've heard. Well, I hope it's true because, I love what Tracy brings spice to the Quartermain family. She's so full of snark. I just love her.
They need somebody to stir
snark, even though often she ain't right. But she's so full of snark, and she's so funny. And I can't get enough of a Brooklyn granny scene.
Don't call me Granny. Get enough. Don't call me Granny. Oh goodness gracious! Hey Julie, yeah, we're trying to double it up. We're trying to come on during the week a little more often, and not just live on Sundays. Sundays we're still there. We're still doing the main week show that we just talk for 2 hours and you guys get tired of us. The norm. The norm. Jacarius misses Tracy so much because there ain't much Quartermains anymore. Almost all of them got killed off. Oh, Tracy's on page 35, says Sandy. Thank you. There she is.
Which pills, Daddy? You need to be down to my pills, Daddy?
Well, I was hoping I'd find a picture of her, like standing over her dad's body with a pill bottle.
No, I guess that's iconic in our hearts, but not enough for the 60th anniversary retrospective magazine. Oh my gosh, Ma, this was fun. This was fun to do this. This is fun. We're not going to keep everybody up all night as we randomly flip through this magazine. It's almost 8 o'clock. We've done plenty. Because, I have to do this right after work. I don't have time for nothing other than a cup of water.
No.
Anyway.
And I was busy all day, and I'll give you guys a little slice of life because it was fun, and it's a time. So today I went out with my granddaughter and my daughter, and we bought her a big girl bed, a twin size bed, get her out of that toddler bed.
Oh.
That's what we did today.
Oh, she's so old, but so sad.
So we went and got we went bargain hunting and went and bought a bed frame somewhere, and then we went online and bought a mattress somewhere, and then we went around town and bought bedding somewhere else, Tell you.
Ooh. Tracy and Edward and the pills are on page 12.
Oh, really? So anyway, my little Ellie Michelle, got herself a big girl bed today, and that was fun.
Well, congratulations to her. Awesome big moment, says Melissa. Well, there we go. There we go.
It is.
There we go.
It is.
There we go.
Oh, there she is. There she is. Okay, Matt, read that.
Oh, I
read that. I'll hold picture. You read that.
Okay.
Because that's funny. And then we'll say ta-ta, y'all. We'll say ta-ta, y'all.
Okay. Number 7. This is on page 12 of the People magazine, collector's edition, General Hospital 60th anniversary special, released on May, or at least display until May 12th. I don't know what month this covers, but I'm doing my best to try to make sure that I credit this thing properly. Anyway, Tracy withholds Edward's heart medication, 1980. Tracy Quartermain, Jane Elliott, learned her father was going to disinherit her. So when it appeared that Edward, David Lewis, was having a heart attack, she elected not to help him unless he promised to keep her in his will. As Edward lay lifeless on the floor, Tracy lamented he was the only man she ever loved, and finally reached for the phone to call 911. Oops! Edward grabbed her from behind and told her he had faked the episode as a test. Tonight I'm going to sign a new will, he announced. Watch me. And we did. He faked it. I didn't even know that.
Yes. And he faked her out, but he was faking out the audience as well.
Yeah, I believed it. I didn't even know. We watched this clip on YouTube.
The audience wasn't privy to the fact that he was not indeed dying. It was so dramatic and so good. It really was.
Okay. For Chandra, because she requested it, she really wants us to talk about the pink suits on page 49, which is from the nurse's ball.
It's yes, I remember. That's Mary May and Justice and Lucky, and
You're
of course,
on a midnight train to Georgia, on a midnight train.
I love it.
This is classic.
And I do vaguely remember seeing it.
It's classic. This is classic. What if there's one thing that I admire about Anthony Geary, it's not hairstyle. Okay. One thing I admire about Anthony Geary was his total commitment to the nurse's ball.
He did.
He was totally committed in the nonsense musical acts that they continued to throw him into. He was... I don't know him. I never read an interview. You guys would probably talk more about how he felt about the nurse's ball than I can. But I'm only going to assume he effing loved it.
If he didn't love it, he sure didn't sell it well.
He sold it excellent. And it's things like this. I remember this. I wasn't even really watching GH at the time, and I remember this. And I've gone back to the clip to watch this because it's so freaking ridiculous, over the top, and amazing. So... yes, 100%. I want to see that kind of stuff. This nurse's ball, since they're talking about it already. We got organizers, we got people resurrecting themselves so they aren't left out of the process of planning the thing. We've got just already we're building the anticipation for the nurse's ball, and so I hope along with it being the anniversary and all that it's just going to be some of the most fun that we've had on GH at the nurse's ball in quite some time.
Long time,
because they haven't had them. I mean, they did them for like 3 years in a row, and then they stopped. They didn't do it last year or the year before. I think we were 2 years without a nurse's ball. The last one was where Brooklyn got her throat cut.
Yeah.
So
yeah. Yeah.
Terry O'Connor listed as Bobby's stepdaughter. She's a major star of the Laurelton murder mystery storylines. I don't know what the question is. Sorry, Mark. Mary May Ward and the Pips, says David. That's what it was. Kelly says, yes, he was totally committed. So, and there we go,
yes,
folks.
he was.
There we go.
I remember seeing, Anthony Geary
well, that was a little
at the nurse's ball many times.
That was a little dive into the 60th anniversary special. What's on the back here? We got Bobby and Carly. We got some Quartermains.
All the Quartermains there, yeah.
General Hospital, TV's longest running soap, and we got Piff.
Oh, yeah.
We got ourselves an epiphany.
I am looking forward to seeing that episode, but I know that I'm just gonna. It's going to be very, very heart-wrenching for me, along with everyone else, I'm sure.
Yeah. Well, the special epiphany
but
episode's
at the
coming
same
up next
time,
week,
though, at the same time, I can't wait to see it. I almost feel like for myself, I don't know how you guys feel. It'll almost feel like being at a service for her.
That I've been invited. It all comes out, right? We'll see how it all plays out. Hopefully, it's a celebration of life and not sad.
Right, and I'm sure they were not going to have I don't think they're going to have a funeral necessarily, but they're going to have a lot of reference to, I think.
Yeah, I think so. So we'll see. I mean, all of our answers, all of our questions are going to be answered very soon as to how this is going to be handled and what's up. Kelly says Bobby is hoping Epiphany will sing in it, but she's not going to be there. I guess that was a line. I don't know if I missed it. I'll have to go back and see an episode. I don't know. Pay more attention before we get into the podcast this Sunday. We'll be back this Sunday morning. Morning for us, afternoon for the rest of the world. 11 a.m. Pacific, right here, live on YouTube.
Absolutely.
Join us for the main show, the 10th floor. We're going to talk about the last 5 days of General Hospital this week. Heavy impacts, the story beats, the acting, the moments, the memories.
And I haven't even seen today, and neither have you, right, Matt?
Nope.
Not even seen today because I was so busy getting that big girl bed.
Exactly. So, and the chat in unison, congratulations on graduating up to the big girl bed. So, the audience is all for it. Oh gosh. Anyway, we're getting out of here. It's late for you guys. It's kind of late for me too. So, I don't know. Is 8 late? Eight's time to get on the elevator and get the hell out of here.
When you're just busy trying to, oh my gosh. When you're just in the trenches trying to do something and not freaking starve and crap. Huh. Yeah. Right?
Yep. Kelly says it was a line earlier in the week, so that is sad. Why would they put that in there? Guess they're building up to something. Anyway, we'll find out. Anyway, Sunday, be there, all that kind of stuff. You can find us on Twitter at 10th Floor GH. Send us email at 10thfloorgh at gmail.com. What else? Instagram, 10th Floor GH. You can subscribe to this channel if you haven't done so. Like this video if you haven't done so. And come back to relive the magic and leave a comment.
Yep.
Yeah, we're getting out of here. Out of the waiting room, into the elevator. We're going to come back, visit the 10th floor. We're going to stop on the 7th floor up to the 10th floor, though, because we got to see Victor's urologist and get the answers.
That's crazy.
Pathogen. Somebody's poisoned your dick, sir.
Anyway. All right.
So how many wiener jokes do you think that they're on board?
Oh, there's going to be so many wiener jokes on Sunday. Everybody get ready for it. Everybody get ready. All right, guys. Out of here. I'm gone. Goodbye. Elevator. On it. I'm leaving. Take care. I've been Matt.
I've been Kat.